Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States in the Pacific Northwest in my little Hickville, USA, as I like to call Little Belfair, which has grown exponentially since we originally moved here, but it's still a little like blink and you miss it as you drive through it kind of town. So welcome to my channel. I am so excited to be doing Paper Pumpkin again. Though this is getting really close to Christmas, I know. So I will not air a Paper Pumpkin video on Christmas Day, guys. Even though I'll probably have one that I could air on Christmas, I won't be doing that. So I hope you all, are reaching out to family and friends, your loved ones. You all are so wonderful. I hope that you are overfilled with love and warmth from all of your friends and family. I hope you feel the love from me because you guys have made this last year just absolutely fabulous for me. Thank you so much. So let's get started. So December, once again, 2024's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 2. Now videos 1 through 5, I show you everything that comes into the kit, and after that, of course, we move on. So once again, you got to make 9 cards. They are 3 of this design, 3 of this one, 3 of this one. Excuse me. The envelopes are all Mossy Meadow. This is a sticker. This white label was a sticker, and you'll see that. I'm not using that. You got the set of 3 dies called Merry Tags and More. And once again, I failed to get that out, but I will. And this QR code will show you how to put the cards together as they were designed, a visual of everything in the kit, and then the coordinating colors, which are Blackberry Bliss, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pretty in Pink, Very Vanilla, and Gold. And of course, I forgot. I wanted to get, hold on, I even moved stuff. Well, I started to get to my colored pencils. I'm not going to watercolor. I'm not going to blend, I don't think. But we're going to be doing 2 cards. We're going to be doing note cards and envelopes. Why? Because I can. So let's take a look at our stamps. So we have Just a Note, Thank You, Congrats, Hello, Get Well Soon, Lots of Love, Best of Luck, Happy Birthday, Just a Note. And I think one is, well, I know one's going to be a Get Well, which I haven't got the stamp yet. And then the other one's going to be Hello. And wait till you see this. Thrift store find, right? From the local hub, $2.75. Now, says it's from 1988, back when they were putting dates on their stamps. I wish they never stopped doing that. So does anybody know what this is called? Because in this case, it just has the person's name on it. It doesn't say what the stamp set is called. It doesn't even look like it was ever used. It's absolutely beautiful. And hopefully it's not too old. Sometimes, if they are in the sun, they can get really hard. So we're going to see how it dries up. We're going to use this one. This is the one I want to color. This is going to go on the leaves. This is beautiful. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. I absolutely love that. I might just put that on the inside. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, I could not resist the stamp set. Okay. So this is going to be for our second card, the one we're going to watercolor. The note cards and envelopes are 5x7 scored at 3.5. Yes, these are not Stampin' Up. These are ones that are pre-made though. So for card number 1, we are going to be using Spotlight on Nature. Yes, I haven't showed you everything in the box yet, but we're going to be using the leaf. And we're going to be making the Get Well card with this. We are using the leftover piece from the envelope for the second card. And you can see these are the pieces that I cut off. I originally was going to do some embossing on it. And then I thought, no, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. So this, if you can see, this is that fold part of the back part of the envelope. I just want to show you that this is what I cut off here. This was here, and these were from this side of it. So these little pieces are going in the scrap bit. This piece, I believe we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this on, so one's going to be landscape, one's going to be portrait. We're going to cut this little scrap down. Okay, so yes, I have ideas, but they're going to be, you know, simple cards. This is from, I'm going to keep that piece for my goodies in my little box. Oh, yes, this is from, because, you know, we have the gorgeous scallop from, you'll see them in a minute. See how that gorgeous scallop detail on the card? So I brought back the scallop contour dies, which I know they're probably retired, but these are the ones I have. And I used this one. It measures roughly 2.5 by 3 3/4. So any, you know, scallop die, or you don't even have to use a die, you can just cut. And I need to turn those over because I hate when it does that. Okay, so let's show you what comes in the kit. I even have the brushed brass butterflies out. Oh, we could do it this way. I have another scrap of that envelope. All right, let's see what's in the kit for us. So we have Blackberry Bliss in the tear tape, and here are the actual stamps, and I need to get out Get Well. And this is a paper pumpkin block that you get one with your first order. When you order a paper pumpkin, you get a block. So we have full-size dimensionals, these little gold bling. And then you get 9 mossy meadow envelopes. That's what I'll be cutting out. I am going to hopefully get as many cards as I can out of this kit. So I'll be cutting up all of my envelopes. Here is a look at our card bases. Now they have what I believe is Daffodil Delight, and it kind of looks like paint flecks, and I don't know if you can really see it, but if you don't like that on the outside, turn it over and just leave it on the inside, because you could write over that. And it's really faint, so I'm not sure if it's really showing up, but there is a little bit of splatter on the envelope. So they're full-size cards, and there's 9. And then we have those labels, which I told you I will not be using these as labels. So this is where my idea for my scallop piece came from. Boy, that is really close. So that's where this piece idea came for that. And then we got 2 sheets of our sentiments. Now, if I mess up with stamping Get Well Soon, I'll be using one of these to cover up if my stamping is off. So you got 3 of these, 3 of the rectangle, and 3 of the ovals. So I'll be getting one of these just in case. And then you got these beautiful big leafy vellum pieces, which I have yet to get to. So I plan on getting quite a few cards out of this kit. So, and the butterflies are out. So our first card, we'll be using, of course, the Spotlight on Nature. And I'm so tongue-tied right now, and we're just going to use this leaf. So let's get started. Sleeves up, so hopefully I don't get ink on my sweater here. We don't need a Stampin' Pierce mat. So there's one, there's an envelope. We don't need those yet. All right, so need to decide, do I want that? I want it all the way across, so we'll cut that. We'll glue it and trim the edges off at the end. So what do I want to put? Get Well Soon. Do they have a thinking of you in here? No. So we need a thinking of you stamp for the inside. Dear friend, thanks. We don't have a thinking of you. And I don't have my binder, and I couldn't get to it if I tried. Yes, when Christmas is done, guys, it will be much easier. Let me see. I'm trying to look through my box real quick. Let's celebrate. You're so lucky. Hello. Thanks. No, I just wanted thinking of you. Happy Father's Day. Sending thoughts. Everything will be okay. Sending loving thoughts your way. That would be great for the Get Well Soon. That would be perfect for the Get Well. Oh, that's the one we're doing. So there we go. So this is from Delicate Wings, April 2024. So we're going to put that one on the inside of this card. So that wasn't too bad. All right, so we're going to go with Get Well Soon. I wanted it here. I'm just showing you what I was thinking. And I really just wanted to put, I really didn't want the flower. I didn't really want to color anything in. I wanted to do some blending with the blending brush from the Mossy Meadow. I think I want to do the branches like this. Yes, I want them coming this way because I don't want anything down at the bottom. So I'm going to first stamp in Mossy Meadow. Let me get out my blending brush, move the cup aside. Blending brush, blending pen. All right, so are we ready now? Hopefully, maybe, yes. Coaster out. All right, let's do it. Juicy, juicy, juicy ink pad. All right, so we're gonna stamp kind of at an angle here. Ooh, that is juicy, juicy, juicy. All right, and then I'm gonna just ink it up. We're gonna do it solid. I want a little bit here. You know what? Maybe I won't even need, I don't need the pen. That is gorgeous all on its own. There is no need for anything else. I could even carry this one here like a canopy, like a tree canopy. So let's bring this down here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We could, Get Well Soon. I was thinking maybe daffodil. No, I'm going to keep it all in the same color. I don't know yet. I'm going to put this here. Isn't that beautiful? I think we're going to keep it all in the same color family. So I want my envelope because I want to do there. What is this one? Just a note. We're going to do lots of love on the envelope. Yes, we're going to stamp Get Well, Stampin' Pierce Matte in Mossy Meadow. So lots of love there. Envelope done, check. Let's stamp. It won't hurt it to have that down. We're going to stamp Get Well Soon. And I didn't do the smushy smushy. So smush, smush, smushy, smushy. Twist that off. We want a really good inking on this. You guys may not see this card in the reveal because there is someone I'm thinking of for this card and I would like to send it to them if I can get their address. So I do have a person in mind for this card right now. Oh. That's how quick and simple this card is. Okay, I'm moving that out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in my glue here. Let's bring this out because I'm not I think I got too much glue on the ends. Just that little piece of paper there. And then we're going to trim the ends off. So really that was quick, easy, painless, not hard at all. That's why we can do two with this one. So we want to do Sending Loving Thoughts Your Way. That pairs beautifully with the Get Well. Bring back our Mossy Meadow. Gorgeous. And I'm just going to huff on this. And I want to add leaves falling down in the same direction. Just like that. So card number 1, check, done. You don't always have to have dimension. That mossy meadow on the cardstock just is so vibrant. This is perfect. I am very, very happy with this. That's gorgeous. I hope you guys agree. I didn't even need the blender pen to blend anything. I love it just the way it is, and I don't want to overdo it. So this is simply stamped. Simple card, but I am so happy with it. Yay. Okay, so this one, yes, there's going to be more work on it. Let's put that over there. Okay, so we are now using the unnamed stamp because it doesn't have a name unless somebody can tell me what it is. And we're not using Mossy Meadow. We're going to, well, we'll probably use that for the sentiment, but we're going to be using Memento. And oh, I did not cut an extra. So let's hope that I get this right the first time, right? So I am going to do the smushy with this one also. Ooh, I'm going to test it and see how it stamps again. Let's see. This is a really old stamp. Let's give it a test now. See how it stamps. Okay, let's try it on this. Let's turn this over. I'm thinking the rubber is kind of dry. That's better. That's better. So we can do it. We're just going to be using this. All right. Turn it this way. This one's going to say hello on it. All right, we got one shot at this. But for $2.75, yep, that's what I paid. I couldn't pass it up. Really cute. Okay, here we go. Ready? Take a deep breath. Oh! That came out. That is good enough. I am happy with that. Okay. Now, so here I'm going to stamp because I know the hello. See that? Isn't that cute? Yes. I know it is. Ah, it's so cute. All right. All right. It's cute. Even that is going to go on the inside of the card. Now we're going to color. So I really would like a new piece because that is distracting. So give me a sec. Let's color. Let's give it some color. Just because they say watercolor pencils does not mean you have to use watercolor pencils. Hold on. I think I would like my old coloring pencils. I have more of a color choice. Where are they? Yes. So, you know, colored pencils, guys, you have lots of choices. So I have the old Stampin' Up colored colors. There's these. These have a metallic sheen to them. Then I have Hank's old colored pencils that are in here. Any colored pencils you guys can like, you know, use them. I keep all these things. I'm not going to get rid of them. So, let's see. Those are the newer colors. Some of these are the newer colors too, but let's take a look. See, I know that there's probably a pumpkin pie in here too, but I think this is pumpkin pie. Does that not look like? I'm trying to find more of a terracotta. This looks like a terracotta color. Yeah, that looks terracotta. So that's what I went for this. So sorry, fast forward this. I don't mind. So my little Hank today, he tried telling me. He says, you know, Manji, he's like, it's so close to Christmas break. I really don't need to go to school. I said, Hank, are you trying to tell me this? Are you trying to convince me so you can, are you trying it out on me so you can convince your mom you don't got to go to school? He's like, well, it's really pointless, isn't it, to go to school? I mean, you know, tomorrow's Thursday and then Friday is a half a day. He's like, if I'm really good on Thursday, he's like, can I just not go to school on Friday? And I said, Hank, that is so not going to work. I said, you're welcome to try this thinking out on your mother, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work, Hank. You need to go to school. But Manji, we're not doing anything. I said, well, I heard that you guys had glitter all over your floor in your room. He looked at me with big eyes. He's like, how did you know that we had glitter all over the floor? I said, because I heard people in the office talking about it when I picked you up today. Because I went in there 10 minutes before school let out. I had to go downtown and I didn't want to be late. So I just picked him up early. I surprised him. I didn't make him ride the bus home on Wednesdays. He usually does. So I wanted to surprise him. And I just figured I'd take him downtown with me to the grocery store. And they were talking about how Mr. Dixon has glitter all over his room. Must have been the janitors or stuff, you know, talking. And they were doing a arts and craft project. And I was like, yeah, I heard about that. He's like, I didn't do it. I was like, it's okay. It's okay if you did. So I'm just darkening up these little areas where it shows like kind of some shading. Just adding a bit more with the colored pencils. Going a little darker on the rim. Anyways. Oh, that came out really, really good. So let's see, Daffodil Delight. I'm trying to think of, because this looks like Queen Anne's lace. Oh, this must be like, let's see. Oh, that is too bright of a green. Let's see this green. That's a blue. Oh, that must be like Handsome Hunter. Trying to see what green I think is going to go good with it. That almost looks like Pretty Peacock. Oh, so much blue in these greens. That's definitely Handsome Hunter. That says Old Olive. That looks more Old Olive. This is the same one. Okay, we're going to go with the Old Olive. So we're just going to come in here, add a little color. Don't forget the grass. We're not doing, you know, Kentucky bluegrass. No. No, we're not in Kentucky right here. Not sure where we are. We're in a meadow. Hoping for spring, at least the little bird is. He's definitely not a chickadee. I had a dozen of them, and I'm not kidding. In my backyard the other day after it rained and poured, they were out there feasting. It must have been on worms because they were just all over in my back garden. It was so cool to watch. I ran and I got my husband. I said, come see, they're all over, they're out there. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, the chickadees are back, I said, there's a dozen of them, I counted. And he's like, oh great, the cat will be back. We have some feral cats. Looks like a Siamese cat, but I know it's feral. And he is like absolutely driving Boondog, absolutely crazy. So I need something with like a fleshy tone. I'm not sure which one's going to be it. So let's see. That looked kind of sluggy. We need something for the slug. Okay, sluggy is going to be this color. And then our shell, let's go with, why am I having such a hard time deciding what color the shell is? Let's go with the pecan pie. That's what this one is. Earthy tone, right? Can do it darker in some sections and give it some shading. Now our little birdie, I'd like to do them in blues. Okay, so I don't know what color this blue is. That's a bit bright, isn't it? Oops. Boy, look at how close those colors are. This is blueberry bushel. This one doesn't have a color. So do I do a yellow birdie with some brown? Do I do a red bird? We'll make him more of a red and brown bird. Let's see. That's really rust, so maybe red in the breast. I'm going to just try to do this area here. And then darken up those little bits on him. I am not the perfect color person, guys. I'm just not. I just don't have that in me. I wish I had like creamy caramel. That used to be a Stampin' Up color. That is way too dark. So I don't know. Oh, pecan pie. This is early espresso. That's too dark. So I guess I am left with, let's find a different brown. That's what I'm left with. We need a different color. That's what I'm saying. You can choose. Nope. You can choose. Don't be afraid to mix and match your colors. That's a possibility. But I'm thinking those look absolutely identical, though they're not. Okay, we're going to go with this. Okay. Oh, got a little out of the zone there. And I think I'll come back in. Oh, that needs to be green back there. I'm like, what? This bird has 3 legs. Do you see that? No, he doesn't. That's just the stem. All right, so we'll come back with this one and do the highlighting with our little birdie. Do his little beak. And our little worm, I don't even think there's hardly anything there to color, but we'll color him with this color, which should have been the slug color, but we'll put some color on there to say the least that we did. And I think that's going to be, well, we need some ground. We need some ground. Boy, I have lots of metallic pencils in here. That looks like a good green for the ground. We need to ground it out. So take it in here. That makes such a huge difference. All right, so there we go. That's, sorry if it took a while, but you know, coloring is one of those things that just have to be done. So I will not keep us any longer. I will move those aside and let's stamp hello in the mossy meadow green. And then we'll get this card put together because we'll stamp the hello. And then, oh yes, I was going to stamp the inside with that beautiful saying about hope. And it's funny, there are days I came home from the doctor, and I absolutely just kind of like lost hope for a minute. And, you know, I was expecting something else from the doctor, and oh, look at that. So I'm wondering, do I sponge around this lightly? And I do mean lightly. And since I'm wondering, let's just do it. I'm not even re-inking this. And I just want to touch the edges. I want to come all the way up to that stitching line. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was not devastated. I was saddened, and I was felt down, and, you know, it was hard. It was nothing devastating news. You know, it just, when you go in and you're expecting them to tell you one thing and they don't, and then you're like, oh no, what do I do? Well, yeah. But then I talked to a great friend who let me speak about it, and do I just come out and say it? Okay. I went to see my surgeon, and I expected them to give you like the all clear, you know, 2 years out from, you know, the cancer deal. You can put that at the side. And you expect to be like others and them tell you, you know, oh, you're all clear, you're all free. And not that he didn't say that. What he did say was not bad. It's just not what I was expecting. I was expecting, you know, to get that, okay, you're good to go, you know. And no, I got, you know, we'll be seeing you for the rest of your life. And I felt so deflated, and I'm sorry. I felt bad now that I felt so deflated, because when my daughter came home, you know, I was sitting there and I'm like all, you know, sad and everything. And she's like, Mom, she's like, yeah, they're going to see you every year for the rest of your life because of this. She's like, but you have the rest of your life. She's like, there's people who don't. There are people who are, you know, counting down their last days. And though, you know, you have a very high percentage that this is coming back, and how aggressive it is, and that it's going to be undetectable if it does. That's why they're following like they are. She's like, they'll never tell you you're completely free. She's like, so what? So what? That you got to wear hats and jackets, and you can't go outside without them on, you know, protective clothing and long sleeves. You still have your life. And it was like, when she said that to me, it put it in perspective, because it was just that I was expecting something else. And I thank God for that girl, because when she put it like that, it was like, oh my goodness, she's right. She is so right. I am so lucky. You know, number one, I'm so lucky they found this when they did, because it did not make it to my lymph nodes. I mean, basically, if it got to my lymph nodes, it was game over. It's not there. It's, you know, yeah, it'll probably never rear its ugly head at the surface again. That's why they are so careful. That's why I have to see a dermatologist every 3 months, which I lost my really good dermatologist, and the one I have says they can't see me every 3 months, so I need a new one. I mean, that's kind of like the battle. And then the surgeon's like, we will see you at this hospital for the rest of your life. We're going to follow you. He's like, we can't just cut you loose. That's not the way this works. And it was like, you know, I just wasn't expecting it. Now, I could stamp this, and I would, but it would take forever to dry, because I know that. Just this type of paper, so we're not going to do that. Anyway, so my dear daughter put it in perspective for me, and I needed it. And I told her, I said, you know, honey, I said, you're so right. I said, so I am smiling again, you know, and I will be honest with you, here in the gloomy days of winter, I was going outside. Oh, well, y'all, I put this on with the on the backwards. Here I am chatting. It's going to look just fine. No one's going to know but you and me that that was not meant to be there. Going out without my hat on some days, you know, with overcast days. Doctor was like, oh, you cannot do that. And I'm like, I know. Because when I went in, he's like, where's your hat? I said, I didn't wear it today. He's like, I don't think so. He's a great doctor. Love him. I mean, he's so good. So there's my little card. I'm going to put some little butterflies on it. Anyways, great doc. Very thankful. You know, my husband even said, well, what do you want them to do? Cut you loose and just, you know, let it come back and them not catch it? He's like, at least they're going to keep up on it. And if it does come back, they can go in again. And I said, you're right. I said, I just wanted a different outcome. You know, sometimes you're just tired of I know I always have to be, okay, that one is a little too big. Sometimes you just want, I don't know. It wasn't what I was, ooh, that one definitely needs there. I just was expecting, maybe this one can use this butterfly. I just was wanting a different outcome. It only needs 2. 3 would be too many on that one. So there's one. Anyway, so that had me a bit down. But when I read this quote with the hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Yes. Because it's true. I mean, you know, it's something that you face every day, and I knew better than to go without my hat. I mean, I'm always covered up when I go outside, but not with the, I've been lazy. I became complacent. So it just gave me a wake-up call that no, you cannot, you have to continue ever vigilant. You always gotta, you know, be ready. So these are my 2 cards. Thank you all for listening to me. No, I'm no longer sad about it. I am actually very hopeful and very, very thankful. I'm thankful for my daughter. I'm thankful for my girlfriend who let me, you know, cry a little. I snuggled with my dog. I watched a movie with Hank. I got a cheap drink from Starbucks loaded with sugar and carbs and all that good stuff. And watched me a sappy old movie on TV. And got up the next day and you know, hit the ground running. And I'm smiling. I'm happy. So when you get knocked down, you get right back up and live to fight another day. And my daughter's like, Mom, she's like, you've come so far with my back. I mean, you guys don't know me, but physically, up until the same time that they found the cancer was the same year that I got this implant in my back. And it gave me, I mean, it was like I had the cancer surgery in November. In February, earlier that year, they put this implant in my back, which took care of 95% of the nerve pain. It got rid of my sciatic pain. And the difference in my life is, I don't know how to explain it to y'all. It is amazing. I tell people, I tell the doctor, if you guys ever said you would have to take it out, I would go into hiding because you're never taking it back. Because I will never go back to that type of pain, that chronic, unrelenting pain. Because my life is so much richer and vibrant and drug-free and just wonderful. And it's given me the ability to do so much more with Hank. I mean, I was still doing things, but it was painful, and it was forceful, and you were making yourself do it because you know you only have this time. And oh, I love my life. I love everything about it. I love enjoying it, and it's amazing. I wish my mother could see me right now. I mean, I know she can, but she would be amazed at what I am able to do. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. I didn't mean to go on. So I hope you like the 2 cards. This one, of course, is just a little scrap of the DSP. It's 1/4 of an inch, you know, by 5, just stamping. This one has a little bit of, this is really cute. So any little stamp would work in this, with this type of card. Anything you have that's simple, and we just colored with pencils. So just changing it up, working out here in my stamp room. I am so happy. I'm going to try to do one more video, get ahead of the game, so I can take that day off for Christmas. So thanks for watching, and I hope you all come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Bye bye for now, everybody.